Hello. So I'm back. So I was just had to click off from the last video because that's how it be. Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That's me, that babbler, that's I, on this evolutionary, revolutionary rise. And so guess what I grabbed, guys? Sexual Tarot. I guess we gonna play. I didn't even know we was gonna go this way, especially after the last video. But yeah. On some happy full blue moon. Happy blue full moon to you. We are going to see and dive into the sexual tarot of love divine. At this moment in time, there's an emperor with a goddess on his throne. And she knows it because she amplifies and grows it. She's in her nose it. The Queen of Wands, fiery, sexy. All he can think about is she. He's like, oh, I want this woman from me. All I could think about is she. But there's something I see that is perceived in his mind that doesn't go along with his fantasy at this time. There's something, a plague, that plagues with his mind. The devil got a hold, this is Capricornian energy too, although I don't go into that route of hoorah. This is a temptation in the mind that has plagued this emperor for quite some time. And it is she, the key, that unlocks the mystery, a breed, a seed, that he must be brave to implement, you see. But it's a challenge, a change that has to go into the seeds that he desires to sow. But look at 5 and then 10 and then back to the 5. So he's plagued in his mind about the lovers, the choices he has to make in his life. But oh, he wants that cup of love to devour you. The unity of the fire breathing deep. But something has, someone has to speak. Taming of the beast. Magnifique! For the king is in love. So this emperor has you on his soul. Don't refit, doesn't fit you this time. But it's a soap opera tarot. And there's love on the table. Ravage like a savage. One's desires at the heart. Her helium. He flickers as he liquors her up. But what he doesn't know is that she's a freaking leap. The sheep's a sheep. And this he'll meet and me in between the she and he. Because once he gives in to the vulnerability of being the knight that comes in like the shining armor of the light. It doesn't have to be fright. It's all in the mind, the plague you see. Let her sit on you and ride and go swing-a-ling-a-ding. So what's it gonna be? He's looking at her. coming her way. He knocks on her door. The story takes center stage. But what will he say, my queen? I cry. May this union continue to be blessed by the divine that is activated at this moment in time, because they are in full alignment to the truth at the heart of the matter. Somebody pits. Are we gonna get into this? Because this is the bliss. They got things to do, fertile to, creations anew. But he is surrendering to the divine of the queen of his heart. Queen of his heart. The queen of his heart. There'll be people left out, masculine side in some kind of way. This woman pissed in every fucking kind of way, but whatever, silence. Go away. Because these two guys think that they need to talk about something. You know what I'm saying? Oh, papa, you ain't gonna start to play around because there is passion profound. Look at this. Look at this. You see, but the plaguing of the mind. You gotta bring this into the tangible. Look, it's a double behind, looking over at these two at this time, and it's like something is being enlightened, ignited, revealed. A tower moment for this masculine energy, for real. Think about the ordeal of having someone else do what you won't do. Ooh, what you won't do, someone else will. Right, and that's the tower of that tower moment still, and it's in the mind, and it's gonna play you at some time, but you gotta give into the divine love that is here, shared for real. Be playful with it. Be playful with it. Be playful with it. Be playful with it. Say what you need to say. Surrender in every kind of way. Who is your queen? The queen of your heart. Right? Let's be truthful here from the start, but you got to get into that line of your own alchemist. You are deserving, you are worthy, 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 you are deserving to receive all that you desire. But do you believe that when you ask that you shall receive? And that is something too. You should tune in on Saturday, tomorrow, with me and Manifestation Maven too. On Instagram Live at Enchantress ENCHANTRESS. That's me, the one and only on Instagram over there. And you can participate in truth with the book, because we're going to be reading passages too from Ask, and it is given. Do you really believe that when you ask, you shall receive? Let's go deep into the beats of all these things, right? Because there's something coming, some truth to the surface about this. Look, surrendering that is needed. Someone's creeping in. Someone's creeping in. They're gonna give love a little spin. The truth can only be hidden for so long. My heart yearns for you, and so I must seek this truth. I have to tell you the truth. I owe that to myself. I owe that to you. And whatever is going to happen from that point of view, fine. But at least the truth got released this time. And so we can surrender to the divine, that knowing that in this alignment, there's no wrong way we can turn. This burn, this yearn, right? And this applies in so many different ways. The Ten of Swords, the pain, the hurt, right? Of certain people having to move on, right? And someone could be in the background looking and singing that same old song. And it's just like, it needs to belong. Okay. first go look in the mirror. Look at yourself in this position of truth, and you know right now about how it is that you feel about a certain situation, person, place, or thing, or self. Go look at yourself in the mirror and know this power of yours. Stand in that power, affirm in your knowing power, stand. And there you cannot be steered or stray. For it can only go your way. The truth, yeah, it sets you free. It might piss a lot of people off in between, but that is not their destiny. It's yours of whatever it is that you co-create, create. You are the creator for yourself about what it is that you determine, about what it is that you can receive on any kind of degree of any motherfucking thing. Right? And so that's a beautiful thing. Oh, when she with us. So he comes in, but look at in the background too. It's the infusion too of the shadow element of things that can come up. See, I'm never gonna condone like toxic, reformed behavior when pretending to be activated by a savior. That's not up for debater. Like having someone come back from the past who beat you, literally beat you to a bloody pulp. Okay, I can speak this kind of experience, right? Coming back 10, 15, 20 years later, wanting to try again. No, my friend, right? I don't speak those kind of toxic nothing into existence. I'm not saying reform, but they need to start anew too, and it ain't with you, right? No, right? You have evolved way past all that kind of stuff, right? This is shadow and light of love in terms of making choices that went against how you truly felt. Like some people can say, oh, it was so easy to be with all those other people because it didn't require me to be myself. It didn't require me to step up to the plate. It didn't require me to be accountable. It didn't require me to even give an effort of anything. It required me to wear the mask that I could pretend and be all these other kind of things. And it required me to just be whatever. And it just be like, whether you understand that kind of behaviorism or not, or whatever, right? And you just make choices, or someone could choose to, I need to focus on this, that, not on a relationship and stuff like that. And they make other choices that go different ways, right? And so they don't activate because the connection that they feel with you is like no other, right? And so they don't even let it go there because it requires a level of surrender and honesty and authenticity that one can only come in with. So they choose not, and that in itself is like a betrayal, or that in itself is painful, or that in itself is like, wow, self-saboteur, right? So that in itself is like, whatever, or it's just like you run away from it. It's like that chaser dynamic or whatever the case may be, but it's not hurt. Like, I hurt you, I did this to you, I played you, all this kind of stuff. Like, that's toxic. People that talk about stuff like that and all that kind of stuff, I'm not with that kind of journey. That's like what someone would say is karmic. Like, what you have to learn from that experience is how to love yourself in a healthy way. And then gravitate, elevate, and get the fuck away, right? From that toxic shit that was there to teach you about yourself and how to love yourself whole, right? And I'm not talking about bed jumpers either. From relationship to relationship to relationship, every person is the one. You're the one. Like, I'm not talking those things either. This is healthy shit. This is. It doesn't have to be the most perfect, but it was the most real. And maybe one might say, oh, whatever, but it was never like out to get anyone. Who wants to be with someone that was out to get them before? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. So if you're in any kind of predicament or situation where there's someone that you're confused about, were they ever out to get you? And if they were, let them go. Maybe that was for someone. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about here is beautiful. Maybe it took some time, and maybe it never happened. It's all in the mind. But the connection is real, and that's been solidified over time. No matter what, whether there was intimacy or not. Right? So someone, right, like a masculine kind of energy coming out of hermit, right? Like a hermit, right? The hermit came up, right? Coming out of hermit and realizing I don't want to see anybody else with you. I want that to be me. That's what I'm seeing here. A realization. I want to work with you. I want to sleep with you. I want to be with you. I want to eat with you. I want to grow with you. I want to sing to you. I want to write for you. I want to make things with you. I want to grow with you, light and dark of it, and there's going to be people in the fucking background. Like, I mean, like in a lot of the pictures, there's people in the background not happy about it. That's just real talk. Other queens, other kings, other people not going to be happy about it because that is something that they don't have. And so, of course, like attracts like, and or misery loves company. And so now if this person comes to terms with how they feel about a certain something, and then whoa, it takes that leap of faith to go that way, to surrender to his queen, right? To the one that he loves, the one that is in his heart, right? This is a relationship, right? Like something, a build-up of that, right? Because these are the cards I'm using, right? So I like to go multi-dimensionally, so divine masculine, divine feminine energy, too, in a healthy kind of holistic kind of way. But we're gonna be real. Well, I'm using sexual tarot cards. Okay, I'm not gonna be so always like, you know, prim and proper. I'm not prim and proper, I'm whimsical. Right? So whatever has kept them away from one another, right, over all this course of time, the realization has to come in the surrender of how one feels about the other over time, right? So it could be this queen is in her power, this empress is in her power, this high priestess is in her power. She knows the connection because that's what he knows. You know. That she knows the connection. She's always known the connection. He didn't know. Well, this can apply with the masculine and feminine energies within ourselves, right? That's like denying your own feelings. And finally, the masculine energy within yourself, admitting to the deny of the feminine, the yin energy within ourselves, and infusing the shadow side, the darker side, the one that was a challenge to me because that's uncomfortable. I don't want to talk about my feelings. I don't want to be all lovey-dovey and then risk getting hurt or, you know, perceptions, or I don't want to risk my career, my focus, everything that I worked so hard for to succumb to this love shot. I've seen what happens. Like, you know, this shit, I'm never allowed, nobody's ever made me feel that my heart. That's some great shit. And people will be mad. She woke up out of a dream state and barked. Conversation needs to take place. It will. Divine right timing. Whoa. That's some deep shit. people are coming in their alchemized state. You can't fuck with that. You can't fuck with a no. K-N-O-W. Before they didn't know, they weren't sure. So people fucked with that. They manipulated that. There were cracks in that. And so they were able to distort that, extort that, distort that, manipulate that. Get them away from one another as fast as possible. That was the kind of shit I'm looking. First time I looked at this card without looking at it, poisonous. It's like a peace offering of the poison that has been already given, so to speak. Not necessarily directly at each other, but due to external influences, that was the poison, like that fruit. I'm now giving it to you visibly. Here's my truth. Okay. That applies to everybody. Ooh, you got the star card energy here, right? That Aquarian energy that giveth. I look at this like temperance, right? Overfloweth, spilleth, the surrendereth, the cometh, cometh, cometh here, come in here. Ooh. Woo! It's getting hot in here. So think up for your clothes and get it so. Ooh, oh, it's a cool beat, but just really like, I'm coming, darling, right? Because some kind of reminiscent of something, of some whimsical. Look, I'm coming. Stop. As a celibate doesn't mean you're not a pervert or like, you know, in touch. That means I just am selective and caring about my personal involvement with any kind of level of intimacy with another. And when it flows, it will happen. Right? And that's it. Divine timing. Not chasing it. I'm living. Right? I'm creating and enjoying all my intimate friendships. The relationships that I have at this now time, having learned from my previous experiences with friendships and intimate partners and stuff. Right? Look at justice. Serve. Right? Because the king cloaks his queen. It is she. It is you. It is you, my darling. And justice is over here like, what you thought? This wasn't gonna go down? Or it is written, scripted, so to speak. Oh, a swing, and then they're gonna be look at somebody mad. But you know, what do you want to do? Like, there's nothing that you can do. You can't write and script somebody else's. This is talking to somebody who's mad. You can't script somebody else's motherfucking story. And the moment that anybody wakens to that somebody else is trying to script them their damn story, they take off in the direction of which is that what they are passionate most about. There ain't nothing you can do about that. That's a no, you see? Because look at, he's sneaking up on her. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm here. I'm here. And you may not like that. But that's just how it's going to be, because this is a wish fulfillment for both parties who have worked on their alchemy of growth to get to the space of a place of a no that is unfuckable. There's nothing you can do about that. So all cords of any kind of spans, of witchy, of any kind, you better gone. You know what I mean? Out of their lives because they are deserving. So you can watch from a distance, you see, but there ain't no kind of infiltration you can do upon these two. You know what I mean? Because that's just how it motherfucking, right? We speak of these things, right? Because it's in divine right time. And there ain't nothing that you can do. The human who is upset, you know, there are just certain kind of intersects you cannot dissect. You know what I'm saying? So, cool. Yeah, foundations being built on solid ground because someone is in their power now. They know what they speak if it's true with. They're coming out of feeling kind of fluid and it's happy full blue moon. Are you ready for it? Surrender. So next time, I hope you liked that. That was great because someone's coming to stick your booty in a fun kind of way because they're like, oh, we're going to be on that elevate. They want to get on into that elevate, escalate with you in every kind of way because you got to say they come in. What you going to be? What's it going to be? Oh, shit, pregnant. You know what I mean? You guys got creating something. So are you going to put things what no longer applies? Just allow yourselves to be in love at this time. Are you in love at this time? It's our moment of your life. What's it going to be? Because what you want is someone else. That's what she deserves.